Alright, folks. Hello there. Oh, I think I need to turn down the music ever so slightly. Hello. Hi. Sorry about the sound. Probably going to sound a little weird. Kitchen confirmed. Well, actually, table confirmed. Hello. Oh, sorry, Bonk. I have something very important to show you. Look at his friend. He's going to probably try to run. Because he's angry with me. Hey there, friend. It's Cinder, yeah! No cooking. I'm making chicken curry. Don't question if that's cannibalism. It's not. But look at this little friend. Take it to focus. Yeah, there we go. Do the makeup thing. Oh, you're gonna jump. Don't do it. We're gonna jump. Okay, come on. Don't do it. Or do it. Whatever you do, just do. Isn't he the best? Like, oh my gosh. I love this little friend. He's angry because it's not time to wake up. It's a little hard to orient where the things are. You going down? No, you're just gonna be a weirdo. As he does. I think, oh dear. I need to get used to, the way this camera stuff works. Yeah, good boy. You do it again? Yeah, you can do it. Okay, he's such a cutie. Like, I love this boy. Look at this boy. He's such a boy. Even if he pretends not to be a boy. Look at this boy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I put him away because he is a spaghetti. Look at that upsetty spaghetti boy. He's the bestie. Say bye-bye, chat. Music's still a little loud. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Let me just put him away and then I'll fix that. Okay. Yeah, boy Cinder. Okay, turn down music. I usually have it around here, I think. Oh, wow, it is a little noisy. I'm seeing it. I'll just make it real quiet. Let's see. How's that feeling? Might even be able to turn it down a little bit more. Gosh. I might. Okay. That should be pretty good. I think that's pretty decent, Welcome. Skosh. Yeah. Okay. So now I need to wash my hands because I touched the salami. Sorry, we have such nicknames for Du Bois. By the way, this is Eleanor right here. I'm gonna say hi, Eleanor. She's shy. She doesn't want to talk. I will be the voice. She is my human avatar who I'm psychically linked to. And she will be doing the the doing today, such as chopping and cooking. Oh, she's saying hello. Oh, that's so nice of you, Eleanor. Okay, hold on. I will wash Eleanor's handles. Now, I suppose the real question is, do you want to meet Narlin? Should we meet Narlin before we cook? He's awake. And he's a good boy. Hey there, Narby boy. Oh, he looks like he's getting ready to shed soon. Oh, he's a little frustrated. He's not as pretty. Penguin? Who said anything about Penguin? Hello, boy. Here, can you look at them? You're very sweet for going on your back so nicely. Yeah, good boy. He's the boy! Look at him! He has not a bother in the world. He's such a good boy. Oh yeah, he's back scooting a little now. He's such a good friend. Mwah. Yeah, this is my boy. He's a little duller than usual right now. Probably because he's getting ready to shed. But he's not so ready to shed that he is ticked off with me. As evidenced by still allowing me to do things. Oh, you don't like it? I'm sorry, boy. I'll stop. Sorry about that. But he's so chill. Breaded Narlin. No. We don't bread the boy. Right, Narlin? We're not going to bread you. Good boy, you're being a good friend. Don't pee on me. We'll let him hang out for a little bit. Oh, you noticed the... Oh, please don't go that way. That's the danger zone. But yeah, so he's small. He's already breaded the extra skin. Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, he's small. He's the size of a curry. He's very, I actually mean he is very small. So he's like 16 inches. Northern blue-tongued skinks are typically 17 to 24 inches. So he's actually quite small. I do not joke. But we still love him. I was a little disappointed when he, like, reached a year old and I realized that this would be his life. Because one of the reasons I got a Northern Blue-tongued stink was... stink. He's a little stinker, huh? But the reason why I got a Northern Blue-tongued skink is in part because he'd get so big. Same with Cinnamon. They just so small. Yeah, small. Small boy. Is Cinnamon a boy or a girl? A lady. Such a cutie. I only have boys in this house. But when I realized I was going to do IRL stuff, I figured I would show the children. So say bye-bye. Oh dear. Bye-bye, Narlin. He doesn't want to hang out anymore. But he's being very patient with me. Thank you so much, friend. You're a good boy. Yeah, bye-bye. I wish I only had boys, not gonna lie. Wait, no, it's true. It's true. I am blessed with male reptiles. Alright. Cinder hasn't moved from where I put him in his enclosure. McCoy, a little bit earlier I had Cinder out. If he's still out later, I might grab him again. I just don't want to stress him out too much because it is daytime and normally they're more active at night. He seemed pretty groggy even though he was awake. I love how skinks just constantly blem. Yeah, they do that. Yeah. They're very cute about it. Okay. I am going to wash Eleanor's hands once more. Oh, hold on. Oh, maybe that was why Queso told me to tune in. I was work focused, so I didn't know you were live. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I do some cook stuff. No, oh, this green boy. It's a kappa. It has a little cucumber. And it doesn't have a bowl on its head, unfortunately. So, by all accounts, it should be dead. But, yeah, it's a kappa. Yeah, but he's confused about identity. I mean, we can call him, like, Penguin. I don't mind. Hand cam, yes. I am puppeteering my human friend named Eleanor. She so graciously is allowing me to permit our psychic link. I just showed off the lizards, but I'll probably pull one of them out again in a while. I'm going to wash Eleanor's hands now. For a moment, chat, I thought I was a fool. A fool who had forgotten, basic supplies for cooking curry. Also, I won this little, Limzard toy in a little, gachapon machine. It's very cute. It, like, articulates everywhere. It has, like, it articulates here and here. It's got the tail. I can make it exercise its tail. It's got little leggies. And, it can go. I love this little thing. That's a leopard gecko. Looks like it's an exanthic leopard gecko or something. I don't know. They have so many morphs that I don't actually know the names of them all. Let's see. Yeah, that is a Sumiku Gurashi character. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know about that. I just saw this and I'm like, wow, that's a kappa. And a friend of mine won this for me from a claw machine. It was very sweet of them. They were absolutely delightful. And I thought it would be really on brand to have a little Japanese character as we're making Japanese curry. Yeah, that is Penguin. Oh, his name is Penguin. His character item is a cucumber, and his character trait is that he doesn't know why he doesn't look like a normal penguin. Oh, poor penguin. In case now I know all about Sumiko lore. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I saw this boy, and I was like, I adore it. I love it. I love kappas. And I was obsessed. I was like, wow. Such cutie. I love kappas. It's a Sanex brand. Very interesting. Very cool. So, I must admit, I don't actually have an adequate number of onions. Normally, I put like double all the vegetables. I'm going to be light on onion and heavy on the carrot today. How different and amazing that will be. I'm thinking what I might do is I might only do a fourth of the recipe. So that way I would have the perfect amount of onion. And perfect amount of everything, because I have extra of everything else. Onion. Sometimes my brain on Twitch translates kappa to caper, as in liar. Oh, interesting. My brain is so smooth today. You know what? I got a smooth brain as well. Y'all, it took me forever to set this up. Like, I was like, it'll be easy, bing bang boom. But I didn't account for the fact that I needed to transfer all of my OBS stuff and all of my music stuff onto my laptop. I did good. I'm appreciative of this. Yeah, I had to import all of my music stuff onto my laptop and then get the playlists. I did export a file. I exported files through OBS, but I had to learn how to do it. So now I know how to do it, which is really nice. It was easier than I thought it would be, but it was still a learning curve for sure. But I had to disassemble my microphone and put my webcam onto the Rode boom arm instead. I gathered my light that I had set up in the bedroom to be set up in here, which is why the lighting is pretty decent. And I spent time setting up my PNG. I was going to use a more official PNG program, but I did not. I just was like, I'll just use this Discord one. It don't matter. I started sinking some time into that though. Let's see. Yeah, I think. Oh, it's usually in halves. Well, no, I could do half of a half. So, oh, hold on. Let me look at what the instructions say. I think it has per container. Does that mean there's 2 servings, or that these instructions are for the entire pack? Oh yeah, these instructions are for the entire pack. So what I'll probably do is I'll do this much. So that way I have the correct amount of onion, I have extra carrots, and I can have extra meat as well. Oh, can you link how to do it via... Oh, you can link WebSocket. Easier because it's just based on OBS audio and you don't have to have Discord. Oh, you can link that. I appreciate that. Yeah, that'd be good information for the future. At some point, I might set up the fancy PNG thing that everyone does and have like a fancy PNG that has like GIFs and stuff. I tried to put a GIF into the program that we use for PNGs, but it just shows up as a as an image rather than a GIF thus far. I'm just gonna jump right on in. So, calls for 8 onions. I'm doing a fourth of the recipe. I'm just going to use 1 onion because I only have 1 onion. I don't have the potatoes out yet, but it calls for 3 potatoes. I might do a few extra because I think that they don't put enough veggies in here. And then it's calling for 1 carrot for the entire thing. I'm going to use like... I'm going to use 3 carrots or so. Maybe I shouldn't use all of our carrots. But yeah, I'll use 3 carrots, even though it's 1 for the entire thing. Yeah, I do not wish that. Yeah, it's a cooking stream. Oh, yeah, so I started off with just chatting because I knew I wouldn't get right into it, but I suppose I should swap over to cooking. Let's see. I should switch over to the dashboard. So that way I can change settings. I don't want to learn about streaming together. Go away. Edit stream. Alright. We have swapped over officially to cooking. Right? I heard stream together doesn't even work well. Oh, that's unfortunate. Unfortunately swamped at work. So just be lurking. Oh, that's all good. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. At some point, I would love to try to do this again if it goes well. And I kind of want to take advantage of the fact that this is set up. And I might do an art stream at some point. But it's on coming to the weekend, so I would have to wait until like Monday. Because my partner hangs out. I don't need to open this yet. Stop distracting me, you cute little lizard. I need to prop this. Lizard, you're going to have another job. Thank you. You're a bestie. Okay. So, we're going to get right into it. I like to start with onion. And, excuse me. I like to delay the onions. Because I don't like suffering and pain. You go over here. In fact, you can go all the way over there. I don't like you, onion. I love your flavor, but I don't like working with you. We don't have a good workplace relationship. Okay. If you didn't cut the root of it, shouldn't make your eyes... No, it still do. I'm very sensitive. Generally speaking, I try to make sure my knives are sharp and all that stuff, but we do need to get our knives sharpened and like worked with an actual person who knows how to deal with knives, because they're pretty well loved and used at this point. So given the fact that they're so dull, that also is very rough. No, I don't have those skills. Both my partner and I are kind of worried about messing up the knives. Because you can, like, further dull your knives if you don't know what you're doing, and we most certainly don't. Also, let it be known, I don't have the skill. I've cooked a lot of things, but I am not particularly skilled at the cooking. Noodles. I do not have the skills of sharpening and stuff, or cutting for that matter. All these are going to be irregularly shaped, just as one would expect from one who is not very skilled with the cooking. That's why curry is so great. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. They just stew for long enough that it doesn't matter anymore. I should have set up the Instant Pot earlier, but you know, hindsight is 2020. As I fumble through saying that statement. But yeah, both my partner and I are really sensitive. We do avoid the root of the plant. We sometimes take turns. The skin also has some of it. It is odd. But also, what's nice is to use the root sometimes. So if we're going to dice it, we will use the root by cutting through it. Cutting it this way. Assuming it's already peeled and stuff. But you cut through it this way, leaving the root intact but cut in half. And then you're able to engage in a process of slicing long ways. And then chopping this direction, so that way it maintains its shape until you do the final cuts, and then it's diced, which does indeed give you more of that sulfurous eyeball stuff, but at the very least you have a neater job of trimming it down. My only curry tip is making sure that carrots and potatoes are fully cooked before serving. Yep. That's the only problem we've ever had. At one place that serves me curry for $18 and the carrots were totally raw. Oh, that's awful. How rude of them. Yeah, I was taught that in culinary class, but I was so bad at it. Yeah, it's tricky for sure. I still don't cut them in regular shapes. But I used to be, like, vehemently against trying to do it. I tried it once and failed, and I was like, I'll never do this again, I'm just not good at it. And then recently I was like, why not? I'll give it a try. And after years of avoiding it because of my first experience not working out well, I was like, oh snap, I can do it now. When did that happen? So... at least well enough that it's less of a pain to chop up on you. Like, it's a balancing act of fewer cuts. Like, less time spent with it versus, like, cutting some of the more sensitive areas that release more of the stuff. And I think I'd rather spend less time with it. Don't let me distract from the works if you have to work. Please. I do not wish to cause trouble. Like vehemently. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Vehemently. No. Shush. Shushies. I do both. Excellent. It's the anemone moment. That's my anemone. Okay. When I was in like middle school, no, it's vehemently. Vehemently. Veheme. Vehemently. I'm sorry, friendo. Vehemently. Perseveringly. Bippity boppity, get off of my property. That's a not so happy looking end. I think I want one more carrot. The heck with future me. I want the carrot now. What gives? I'm terrible at saying cheapskate. I don't know why. But I'm like, cheesecake. I love it. Hello, good afternoon. Hey, Yoshi, how you doing? It's good to see you. Hope everyone is okay. Have a nice day. Take care. Thank you so much for saying hello. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. Or a great evening. I forget what time zone you're in, but I hope whatever time it is, that it is delightful. And that it's not too stressful. I hope it's a smooth time. As smooth as my brain. I steal the carrot. Ah, I see that Eleanor's feeling a little shy. Doesn't want to show off too much. Oh, I can't show off my dance moves as a PNG. I just have to go like, bop, 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 bop. I can't even go up and down fast. It's such a sad life I live. That is something that's really nice about the 3D model that I have, is it's super responsive to that stuff. Mega responsive to the dancing around. But it is killer on the PC, I suppose. I should actually look at how much it uses. Because someone pointed out the other day that they also had trouble streaming Yakuza 0. But then when they swapped over to a 2D model, they were able to stream it just fine. So it could be that all of my stuff is too intensive. Oh, I need to shut off a bunch of redeems because I did not set that up. Don't you dare redeem stuff. Don't you dare. It won't happen. Where the heck? You viewer rewards, channel points? Don't. Okay, those things are fine, actually. Okay, all the TITS stuff is shut off now. It took me forever to spell that out in my head. Oh. It's really just like Twitch integrated throwing system. Much longer than it should take. You know, that's me. That's me. Don't worry. I also have a smooth brain from time to time. Sometimes I feel like I have the wrinkliest depth of brain. Like Everest peaks and some Death Valley depths. I'm not going to claim as deep as like any trenches. But yes, other times I'm smoother than a perfect plane within a physics theoretical math equation. It's been a day for shrimp. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It sure has been. Smooth like someone took a hot iron to it. Oh no. That's a rough time. Okay. I'm going to now make rough cuts of these things. I need to open my OBS. It's angry. Okay. Rough cuts. You don't need small. You want nice rough. This was originally going to be for Queso's benefit, but then he went and faced his fears on his own, and I am very proud of him. Let's see. It's a little extra rough, but you know, I should get them smaller now because they're getting bigger. The reason why I go at an angle is like these really small pieces at the end, they get so small. You're doing way more work than I did. I bought pre-cut carrots, so all I had to do was cut the potatoes. Oh, excellent. That's a good way to do it, to be frank. Like, why do extra work if you have the monies? Okay, that's gonna be an odd one. Nah, we eat it. Oh. You know how to use a knife? Apparently I don't. Some of these really big boys I might cut the smaller boys. These are not particularly the sweetest carrots, which makes my heart sad. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at what people are saying. Smooth like peanut butter. I like that, McCoy. During the Xbox showcase things, they were talking about scene transitions. I kept hearing transition, and I was... Me? Interesting, interesting. I like that. Did you do the potatoes this last time? There was one that definitely had dirt in it. Oh... Why you called him out in this capacity? I did the potatoes every time we've had curry. How many times is that? Dirt builds character. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds right. He's okay. Dirt build character, but it was only 1. 3. You done 3 times? So how are you doing it? Are you, like, only doing so much of it at a time? I'm curious. Like I said, I'm planning on doing half of a half serving. Now, this isn't my favorite flavor, but this one's a little bit spicier than well, it's okay. You actually vaguely detect the spice in this one. It is not spicy. I prefer Kava, the spiciest one of Kava, and Kakamura? I think that's how it said. No, Java. It's Java and Kakamura. Java curry. I'm not a huge fan of golden by comparison, but golden curry is still absolutely delicious. It's just like, I've tried others and I like others more now. I usually make the whole pack and store the rest. Yeah, I would, but I only have 1 onion. Maybe I'll make half of it. I could just go with half, because if I do half, then I don't need to cut the chicken a bunch. I just need to cut it in half, and that'll be fine. It will just be a little low on the onion. I could throw in some onion powder. Excuse me. A little bit of a yawn. Day-old curry tastes much better. I agree. Curry, yeah, that's right. And also, sorry about the lack of stream avatars. That was something I couldn't figure out moving over. It was too much of a pain. I'm just gonna take a... That's fine, I'll just eat it. Now you can hear how dull my knife is because I'm thwacking into the cutting board. You don't really want that. You want it to be fairly quiet. Because that's really a sign that your knife is dull. And a dull knife is much more dangerous than a sharp knife. Okay, let's see. I do the whole box, but I use the golden box, I think it's called. Golden something. Yeah, golden curry. So I use carrots and potatoes only, because that's usually all I have. Then make the curry in a pot. I usually make pork chops or chicken. While it's boiling, then toss it all together. Wow, sounds like fun. We can imagine them. True. If that makes sense. You don't have it down to a science yet. It's all good. I'm just interested in how you doing and what you're doing. Throwing some ketchup in. There's fire. Oh, I've never done that before. Might give that a shot at some point. This one is sweet enough. The Vermont curry. If you want a curry that's a little bit sweeter, this one has honey. Well, yeah, it has honey and apple already inside, which is very authentic to Japanese curry. He has put in broccoli. Oh, broccoli? Broccoli sounds like fun. My partner probably would not want broccoli in there. I could hear him being like, that's not traditional. So best practice, you want to turn your hand into like a bit of a feast as you're cooking, because you don't want to like slice your fingers. Sometimes it doesn't work out because of a like shape being extra tricky, but it's a good habit to try to form in general. Just for my safety folks. My folks who feel like they need a little more safety in their life. Very few people feel that way, though, for some reason. Just saying. And it really doesn't matter if they're all the same size and shape, because it's curry, it gets stewed. See, I kind of want to chop this up because it's like a little wide, but it's like so... I had to just grab it. The Broggle deteriorated, yeah, I bet. But next time, I'll toss the Broggle in after curry sauce is made. I do like veggies with the curry. But yeah, I agree. Weeb? Is that me? Am I the weeb? I don't mind being called weeb. A little extra iron isn't that bad. Yeah, but I'd like to preserve my fingies for the arts and crafts. No, your partner, because not traditional. Oh, he's that way about a lot of food. He's that way with like all kinds of food. I'll be like, oh, this sounds like it would taste good. He's like, yes, that might, but it's not traditional. Look at this little guy. I'll just throw it in. Who cares? Because it doesn't matter. Also, it's much easier to for me to be motivated to do this because of streaming. So thanks, y'all. I'm cooking because I told people I told my chat that I would cook. And so now I am actually doing it. Even though I tire. So I actually normally sit when I cook now as much as I can. Obviously at the stove I can't really do that too much. But for energy conservation and stuff with my neurological problems, I have Eleanor sit as we cook things. Because my problems are her problems. All right. Might like celery. Yeah, celery is pretty good. I wouldn't do too much because the celery can add a very... like, everyone's like, oh, celery tastes like nothing. But I actually think it tastes pretty strongly. So if you're experimenting with it, try just like a sprig or two and see how you like it. You might go get some curry. Ooh. What I would love to do at some point is to add parsnips, which is a lot like carrot. It cooks similarly. And it cooks to be a slightly different sweet flavor, but still sweet. And I think that would be delightful to incorporate into a curry dish. I'm thinking of the correct one. Parsnips, right? I think so. You see, I made this little thickums. I'm gonna just cut it again and hope for the best. But whenever I cook curry, I like to taste it before I take it off the heat, in hopes that I figure out if it's cooked all the way through. I like get a piece of potato and a piece of carrot and see if it's cooked all the way through. Ad break. Road. Same because my legs suck, yeah. I tried it and it was okay. As someone who doesn't like veggies. Oh, cool, cool. I think you're talking about the celery. Rabiwi awoken a craving I didn't know I was having. Oh. Celery is pretty good. Celery has a taste, but it works well with the curry. Keeps crunch better with than broccoli. It's true. It's true. It's probably a much better choice to experiment with than broccoli's ferlets. Well, so you could probably use the stems of broccoli. You could probably use broccoli stems just fine if you wanted to, because I know sometimes people will just use the pronunciations are rough for me right now. Ferlets, the little flowery, not flowery, but the green, dark green tops, that kind of look fuzzy. Some people just use that part for a lot of like salads and whatnot. So if you want to use the stem for curry, then that's a perfect opportunity to use a part of the broccoli that people don't usually like to use. This is how queso is with you and bubble tea. Oh gosh, yes, I love bubble tea. It's like my favorite thing. One of these days I should do making agar jellies. But it takes like 4 hours to solidify. So I'll have to do movie magic like the TV shows where I make a batch the night before. And then I make it on stream and go, and bing, bang, boom, you have jellies. And I think that would be a blast. Making jellies is way easier than I thought it would be. And now, like, once I actually figure out the flavors I want, I don't think I'll go out and buy bubble tea as often. And I love the idea of being able to, like, have stuff at home whenever I'm craving it, instead of needing to brave the outside world. As I fling around my knife. One would think I'm Italian with how much I speak with hands. He was like, I really want boba. And I said, it's because we've been hanging out with Slime Waifu. Boba's so good. If we weren't snowed in, I'd go get some today. Aw. I kind of miss snow, to be honest, is shrimp. Although I do like the struggle. I do know the struggle. Yeah. I do not know the struggle, nor do I hold interest in knowing the struggle. Costco has some good at-home boba kits. Oh, interesting. The brown sugar milk one is pretty good. I'll have to see if my Costco has it. Not every Costco has all the things, as it turns out. I should get a prep bowl for this. I hope folks don't mind that I'm being incredibly inefficient because your hands move at least 75% slower when you're streaming. And your brain functions at like a fraction of the capacity. All right, is there an aesthetically pleasing place for me to place this? Not really. I want my flowers, but... My friend. Okay. All I have is a foot of sunlight on the ground. Wow. That's quite the amazing foot you got there. I didn't know that sunlight had feet. We need to have a remote Kung Fu Tea boba date. I'll get something at our respective local one. Oh, that sounds like fun. I don't know if we have. Is that a branch? Like a, what's it called? A franchise of boba? So does your brain? Yep. It's just like how when someone is watching, you suddenly can't do normal things. It's true. Only one Tato? Wait. I thought the little guy was Tato. Oh! Apparently his name is Penguin! He's a little kappa. But he thinks he's a penguin. No, this penguin do not eat! Are you sure? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a Tato. I would never. I love this bean. Yeah, it's a chain. I don't know if we have that here in Los Angeles. Kung Fu Tea is like the McDonald's of boba. Blocked and reported? What? Did I... What? Is it that I said my giniferous place? Like, I guess it gives information. Oh, because I threatened Penguin. Oh, okay. Actually everywhere. Oh, I see. I've never heard of that chain, though. Maybe, honestly, it might be because we have plentiful other boba places. Like, we have so many stinking boba places that I've just never heard of it. We have so many. Okay, I think I'm going to brave the onion this time. Okay, don't laugh at my methods. Don't laugh at my methods. I think I'm gonna get a sharper knife. I know this is the wrong knife to use, but it's like it's never been used practically, so therefore it's sharp. Okay, it's not as happy as I thought it would be. How rude of it. Well, that's gonna cause some tears. I was in the same boat for a while, then all these kids started talking about Kung Fu Tea and Share Tea. I've never heard of either of those. The only chain I know is called Ding Tea. D-I-N-G. That's the only chain I know. And that's the one that everyone talks about around here. Ding! Yeah, that's right. Ding Tea recently opened around you. Oh, interesting. Well, sometimes the flesh is angry. That flesh had a little bit too much. So the skin, it's interesting because some of the flesh is really just like layers of skin, right? And sometimes it like is partially the skin and partially more like flesh. I find it's it's not worth it to try to save it. Just save yourself the hassle. Don't save it. Don't be angry, eyeballs. I was so rude to this thing. Of course it's going to be angry at me. After I was like, no, I do it right. I haven't done it right in a while, I think. Because I'm like, who the heck cares? It's still rough, either way. The root, it's not the root, but it's like the top. It's really deep. Today it's angry. There we go. You know, my eyes aren't too angry yet. But I think I do need to wipe down my chopping board. Cutting board, rather. Because, I'm noticing, like, little particles on stuff. And I cleaned everything first. But I want to wipe it down again. Is the Mostasia improved, do you think? Oh, Dean T. I just removed the outermost skin, yeah. I've heard if you chew gum while chopping onion, it helps to not cry. Rubiwi hand reveal? Actually, this is... You know that I only have Wingles, right? So I have a friend named Eleanor, who I'm psychically linked to. She lends me her hands. But you can say hi to Eleanor. Eleanor hand reveal. Okay, so you don't really need this part to be super, what's it called? Like diced or anything, because we're making curry. And it all stews together anyway. So we just chop around here in this household. That's a little thin. Okay. I tend to go a little on the thinner side. My partner tends to make honkin' pieces. I tend to go a little more delicately. Soup makes things soft, it's true. So perfect for me who can barely cook. It's true. It's true. It's the same for me. I need a stamp for this, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, standing. Hopefully my neurological stuff doesn't kick in too much. Okay. But yeah, we've chopped up some carrots. We've decided to make half the curry. Yeah, that's more like a partner Corvid Council sized piece. I don't like it. Sorry. Sorry, my beloved. From above, it attacks my eyeballs more. Hiss! To heck with it! I don't want my eyeballs to be so angry. Okay, to heck with it. Good enough. I sit for a moment and take a break. Whoa. A little dizzy. Okay. Oh. That is something that's a little bit tricky with cooking. Oh, eyeballs. Okay, new plan. Whoa. Something that's really smart to do is to take it away. You pick it up and put it somewhere else. When it causes tears. Okay. Put it in the kitchen. Heck with it. Okay, I'm gonna. Let's see. Just get a chemical hood and get them in there. It's true. You know, we do have a delightful outtake above our what's it called? Oven. So usually what I'll do, and it's an electric oven, so it's a it's a flat surfaced electric oven. So essentially it's just like awesome flat countertop space, unless you turn on the burners. And of course for cooking, not as great to use electric because of like temperature takes a while to change. But I'm able to, as a result, chop the onions underneath, and then I turn on the outtake. That's usually how I do it. But I think it might have broken. The light is at least not working. I think we need to get someone to look at it. But I can't recall if that's the case or not. It might work. I'm also stramming. Yeah, when it gets to the tallest point, I have to stand. You know, it's a pretty big onion. It probably counts as more than one onion, which is... that was pretty thickums. Not gonna lie. Even my partner might say something. Okay. Maybe this knife isn't the best. I used it before with success. I think I'll save it for when I cut the chicken. But my eyes are adjusted. Not as bad as it was. Okay, let's see what's that. I might get a Lito? Lito? Oh, little nappy wee. But he needs to start my laundry first. Oh no! We use one of those veggie toppers. Oh yeah, yeah. Is it like one of those like canister one? Like it's kind of tall and cylindrical, and you just press down on it and it goes chop 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 chop. Those are kind of cool. But are they a pain to clean? I've always wondered that. Yeah, it's working better. How dare it? Yeah, so much better. Unfortunately, maybe the other one has gotten dull too. Goodness. The other day, well, not the other day, a while ago, I chopped up stuff with that knife and it was so nice. It might just be the shape though. The shape of the onion. I don't know if I've ever tried to cut an onion with that knife. But I know I'm randomly saying tidbits of knowledge. I don't really know how to cook correctly. I just know a few things. Oh god, my eyeballs. Oh! Oh, I hear my eyeballs. My eyeballs really don't want to function anymore. Oh god. Why? Why must you do this to me? Why must you be so delicious? Oh god. Let's make it. I thought I was good. But this was a lie. Run. Ah! Onions! Why do you torment me? Ah! Ah! Oh. Ah. Oh, okay. That's better. Oh my gosh. Slap, chop, 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 chop. Better get some new eyeballs, it's true. From birth, these eyeballs have not served me the best. I needed surgery to make sure one of them didn't fail because of lazy eye. And then thereafter, they caused me reading problems because they still don't work all that well at converging with each other. And I don't recall a time that I have not had glasses. It used to be what used to be was when I was growing up, I could just have my glasses off like on the weekend and just like mosey around the house. I can't do that anymore. Like I really have to just put on my glasses as soon as I wake up, and that's rough. I'm a little annoyed with that. To be quite frank. Just throw the whole eyeball away. You know, would that I could. But I would rather have suck vision that can be corrected with glasses than be blind. We do not have that many good accommodations for blind folks. And the way disability works in the United States is like, is rough. You can't survive on disability. Or you're really struggling at the very least. Oh dear. That's an angry spot. Yes, I do eat raw onion. I'm not sorry. I bet I'd be 101% stinky. Oh, snap. I'll accept that. I'll for sure accept that. What a compliment. Listen here, and he is large, but is he in charge? Alright. That is a good amount of onion. I think we're actually going to be fine on the onion. It was a pretty big onion. I keep, like, looking at the camera, even though I was, like, very specifically careful about its placement, and being like, oh, what if I somehow look right into it? I would expose Eleanor to everyone. That would be uncool, man. Potato time! Let's see if I can get a little bit of the onion here, man. Here we go. I think he thinks he is. He thinks he's in charge. Yeah, Yasmin desperately wants to attack your hoodie strings. Very cute. What if Eleanor's head suddenly teleports? Eleanor's not too picky about spelling, but yes, that is the correct spelling. It's all good. It's a more modern spelling. Whatever the heck that means. Potatoes! I'm going to be off screen for a little bit, looking for potatoes. Picking out taters. Because I have golden potatoes. I'm going to be measuring by weight. I need to look up the conversions. I don't know how many ounces are in a pound because I'm a doofus who doesn't remember jack. Alright, I currently have 1.5 pounds. And according to the recipe, it wants 1 pound for the full serving. So I think I need to dial it back a little still, because I'm not doing one whole serving. I'm doing half a serving, or half a box rather, not serving. So I'm doing half a box. I'm gonna remove some of those potatoes. Bug? Okay, I'm gonna clean these boys. Give me a moment. I have a moment. Was a package. I was just saying. Oh. This is hilarious. Okay. McCoy's like, I must do laundry. And then it's like, I have decided to lurk in the shadows. I'm too amused. Okay. Yeah, that was a package. We have some lights failing. Yeah, some of our lights are going out. It's a shame. So we have some replacement fixtures to deal with. And they're kind of annoying because it looks like they were placed into a series. So my partner needs to figure out how that works, because while my partner understands the concept of it, the wiring is all confusing. They didn't do it in a very organized fashion. So it might take a while to figure out. Cooking strem? Yes, cooking strem. I'm making curry. Oh no, the curry box is no longer at a pleasing angle. I shall fix this. There we go. You see potato and fingies? Yes, there are potato and fingies. I'm gonna get a little closer in. Yeah, these are Eleanor's fingies. Oh, she's saying hi. Very kind of you, Eleanor. Maybe while it's cooking, if there's a little bit of time, I could do some IRL art. But, no promises. I've been going at a snail's pace. And my art is similarly of a snail's pace, so even if we did start some art, it would not be done. Never used a potato peeler in that direction. Oh yeah? It's the logic for me is that it's away from the body. Also, it depends on the brand. Some of them, yeah, this This direction, it's a little funky for me. I'm very used to going away. But yeah, some brands, it's like unidirectional. Some of them are either direction, which is nice. For weirdos like me, who prefer to do it apparently a reverse direction. This is how I was taught to do it. Safety forced is true. Well, shoot, I mean, potentially it might actually be safer to do it this direction. Because, then it's not my fingers. Because you're most at risk of slicing your finger, I think. It's not so sharp that you... Well, I mean, I guess I could get my face. If I really went far. Indeed. But yeah, it's hard to know what's, I'd have to look at what, yeah, you have me curious. I might have to look into what is intended. I always also thought that, going this direction has it fall off a little bit easier. But I'm not entirely sure. It could just be the way I'm used to. Bye. It's angry. Gotta pull out the eyeballs. Nobody clip that. I had to say eyeballs. Yeah, I'll let y'all hang out over there for me to have space for a little bit. Ram, how you doing? What's up? Sorry for not greeting you. I just sort of started chatting with you in response and didn't say hi. I'm currently on my laptop, so I don't have my little Borbs up. But we are still Borbs in spirit. No worries. That's good to hear. That you are feeling okay about that situation. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I showed the babies at the beginning of stream. I showed Narlin and Cinder at the beginning of stream. I'm thinking maybe once I throw the ingredients into the Instant Pot, then maybe I can bring one of them out again. Do a little Limzerd showcase. Tato time. Yeah, Tato time. Cutting lizard salad with a cat rolling around next to you. Oh, that sounds like fun. Real Tato hours, it's true. Like, that's looking pretty decent. Alright, I need to be a little closer to the middle. I realize now that I have been fairly off screen in my concern for my head getting into shot, or rather, Eleanor's head. Must protect identities. If you find her, you can find me, and that's no good. It's just hair, it's fine. And potentially glasses, and potentially snoot, and all that good stuff. I do have my hair all tied up. But that's good. I hate it when my hair gets in the way of what I'm doing. I really miss my pixie hair. Maybe one day I'll cut it again. Get it cut, rather. I don't really like... So if I'm going to not spend a good amount of money on my hair, I just let it grow long. Because I prefer the way that looks when I'm, like, trying to save money. But if I want to have nice short hair, I haven't found any place to do it at a reasonable price, especially right now. So it's sort of like a cost-saving thing for me right now. If I'm, like, I get that I could also just have someone, like, make my hair really short, but I don't like how that's for me. I like it more styled than that, if I'm gonna go really short. I love when people are able to pull off really short pixie cuts that they can just, like, basically take a buzzer to their head at a couple of levels, or even just one level. I think it's awesome. I just haven't liked that for myself, unfortunately. It's easier for me to make my long hair look nice than, like, with like, on a budget. I dread to know the cost of a haircut. Yeah, it is. It's pretty expensive. Hello, Shadow Knight. We're doing pretty well over here. We're cooking. We're cooking. And these are Eleanor's hands. Hello. Seeing as I am a lark and have wings, I cannot do the cooking myself, so I needed her help. Okay, we're going to get rid of these shavings of potato for a moment. Oh, sorry, that was a noisy thing. And rinse the knife for a moment. Alright, hopefully I can sit and do this because all this standing up and sitting down is making me a little bit dizzy. It's $15 to $20 for a haircut over here. Yeah, I've never had a $15 or $20 haircut around here that looks decent on me. It's like $65 for me to get a haircut that I like. If I'm gonna go short. And then I have to do it again in a couple of months because my hair grows fairly quickly. So yeah, right now it's just pixie hair or not, it's not in the cards for me. I could probably find someone that's cheaper and does it well. I just haven't found them, and I really don't want to spend that money trying to figure out who might also be good. And then the first time would cost more because I have more hair as well. Like that's just how it is when... But yeah, so I wouldn't do this unless I miraculously was not disabled and I was able to work like my old kind of job again. I have had people ask me why I don't move. And realistically, I can't afford to. My social support's out here. And, it costs money to move. And also, the living situation is actually very reasonably priced because it's, fortunately, we worked something out. So it's actually like the housing situation is not a problem, which is fantastic because that's generally the biggest problem. Like, I think it'd be more expensive for us to move out somewhere else than keep our current arrangement. Let's see. That's 40 less than professional dye jobs here. Yeah. Yeah, you probably don't know how much a dye job is out here. Glad you're doing good. You're good as well. I'm glad. I'm so glad. I'll say I'm a little dizzy because earlier I was standing and doing this. And that does make it harder. But that's okay. I'm doing a little bit better now. Let's see. This is why I still live where I do. Yeah, for sure. Not an advert. How rude. Alright, we're getting there, folks. Let me just look at the steps again. Sauté ingredients. Yeah, gosh, it just... like even the meat. Wow. They're wild and crazy. Hopefully I can effectively brown stuff. Because I do have a lot of ingredients here. I could just make do with the ingredients I have. If I... Maybe I should give my partner a call and see what he thinks. I think we usually don't make an entire pack. I think we usually make half a pack. So I'll stick with the plan. I'll stick with the plan. I think as a result, I will want to cook this a little bit longer because I have, well, no, it should be about the same amount of time. I'll just test it when it says it's done. Laundry is commence. Excellent. Is that time for nap then? Or is it not until like laundry is almost done or done? Sometimes I'll nap between the wash and dryer. Oh no, sorry. Once it's in the dryer. Because it's more okay if it sits in the dryer. And then I'll well, these days I can't do that because it's shared laundry. Consider Napo. Am horizontal at least. Excellent. We like horizontal around here. Okay. Last step is meat. I'm going to cut the meat in half. I'm going to place it in this here Instant Pot. I also use my little ball that catches microfibers in the laundry cycle, so I'm excited to see what it do. Oh, please do tell me about it if you like it. Getting the chicken. I am back. I had to put the other half of the chicken away. Meat. Yep, that's true. That is what it's called. Now, I might trim off some of this ridiculous amount of fat, but I'm not too concerned about it. Just like the biggest pieces. And then I will call it a day. You're gonna walk? Crazy. Yes. Take care. Be safe in your walk. Maybe I shouldn't put it in the Instant Pot yet. Now, mind you, normally I would say keep your like cutting boards separate. Don't cut vegetables on the same cutting board as your meat and all that sort of stuff. But they're literally all going to get cooked at the same time. It's not a big deal in this case. Chicken. Yes, chicken. I do like chicken. Whenever someone's like, what meat do you want? I'd be all like, chicken. They're too slippery to cut together. So Ruby is a bird of prey. Oh, does it count if other people are doing the praying for me? If I just go to a grocery store, am I a bird of prey? Ruby was talking about taking away eyes earlier. No, that's out of context. Now I guess you're more of a scavenger, more like a scavenger, really. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I am more like a scavenger. I do some luring of helpers and stuff. But you know, whatever. Ruby eats Carrie, and it's, you know, that's something that Narlin and I have in common. Luckily, I am a bird of much comfort, and I'm able to eat what the humans eat. Oh, I don't like that. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Let's see. Cool. It's just 2:40, so I do have plenty of time until my partner gets home. That's delightful. I was like, I have no idea how much time is passing. I'm streaming. I have no concept of time when I stream. Hold on. What was this Corvid Harpy's business? I'm definitely not a Corvid. And I'm most certainly not a Harpy. I am a Lark. Oh gosh, okay, that's grim. Do I need to be concerned about, like, warnings of violence and stuff? Hope not. The sleep demons are kicking my butt. But I'm gonna Napo and lurk, yes. Napo and lurk. I hope your nap is rejuvenating. Delicious, delicious chicken. All right, folks. I didn't realize how controversial this topic was. Do you wash your chicken? Like, the chicken you're going to eat, do you wash it? Okay, but without soap. Do you wash it? Do you rinse it? I don't even rinse it. And I will tell you why. It sprays the salmonella all over your kitchen. A lot of the official guidelines are to not wash your chicken. You can do so if you wish. Just know it's not what I personally follow. The rinsing still sprays the, like, unless you're doing extremely low water pressure, it mists off and becomes aerosolized stuff. Essentially. The salmonella, the research shows the salmonella gets everywhere in the kitchen if you do that. No, I mean like rinsing. I've heard of people bleaching their chicken with very low levels of bleach, which I'm like, no, don't do it, please. No, literally rinsing. It sprays it. If there's any pressure behind the water, it sprays it across the kitchen. Do not ingest bleach at any amount. Yeah, I agreed. So full of bleach, yum. Yeah. This is not health advice, but that's just what I read in like FDA articles and stuff like that. So if you do want to rinse your chicken, use extremely low water pressure. I do not do that though. This is just the liquid that comes on the chicken. I rinse it I don't rinse it. I drain it and then I put it on here. Of course I have to wash the stuff that the chicken has touched, which probably spreads some of that stuff still. But at least it's less. For now. Have to leave for work soon. But my snakes struggle bussin' yet again. How dare it? How dare your little friends do this? I must wash my hands. All right. It's time to change this arrangement. Sorry, Bonk. I should mute myself. I'll mute myself. I have to leave for work soon, but the snake is oh, Cali King Snake are stupid. I love them. I bet they are stupid. But I bet they are quite lovable as well. I believe your statements is what I mean to say. Alright, so saute ingredients until the onions are lightly browned. I don't know if they actually mean that. What oil do they recommend? They recommend a nondescript oil, so I'll use a neutral oil. I bring you canola oil. And now it's time to mess with settings. I think I'll mute myself again because it can be a little loud. Okay. I am waiting for it to heat up now. Does anyone here have an Instant Pot? They're like fantastic. Normally, if we're going to saute stuff, we won't bother with the Instant Pot. But since I have a unique arrangement today where I have to cook at the table, I'm going to use it to saute and make curry in general. Let's see, how much water do I want? I want... about 3 cups. I just have 2 cups ready. And once I throw that in, I'm going to grab an additional cup. It's better for me to have it ready, or at least some water ready, because then as soon as I see that I want to add the water, it's not going to brown more. I have my silicone spatula, the little funfetti spatula. I love it to bits. My partner does not like that it is funfetti. He thinks it looks ridiculous. I'm inclined to agree that it looks ridiculous, but I enjoy that it looks ridiculous. It's the annoying bit of waiting. Okay, it's almost there. So I think what I'll do is I'll throw the chicken in first and mix that around a bit, and then I'll add the rest of the ingredients. I was kind of worried about like how well this laptop would handle streaming, but it's doing stuff. It's fairly new, but it's not really made for stuff like this. But this gives me hope to be able to do some other big crafty things in like on the table. Okay. It is ready. I'm just going to try to not touch this chicken with my hands. Okay, it is sticking to the bottom, but that is sometimes what happens. Luckily, because it's like a stewy thing, it won't be that big a deal. It'll deglaze. And now I'm going to throw in the rest of the stuff. Because that's what this particular curry called for, is sauteing it all together. Now, of course, look at it, like how heckin' full this is. This is pretty ineffective sauteing. But sometimes you just gotta do things that don't make a lot of sense. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I could have fit a whole, You want curry? Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I am glad that I'm making this. Getting a little tired because I'm standing right now and reaching. Maybe I can find a better angle. I see you can't, I don't think you can really hear the Instant Pot. Maybe because of my noise canceling stuff. it says until things are brown, but I think that's too long. It says until the onions are brown specifically.
NANI?!
I think it's starting to lose volume. Okay. Let me double check. Preheat oil. Add meat and veggies, saute well. And then, like, until the onions are lightly brown. Yeah, okay. I would expect it to say until they're, like, translucent. I've never made this curry before. I've made other curries, but not this brand. My partner has made this brand before. But yeah, there's definitely I stuck with the normal amount of chicken. And I guess by extension I have double the what's it called? Onion, I think? How much onion did I want? No, I don't have double the onion. But they might be assuming they're small onions. And I had a big honkin' onion. Regular amount of chicken, double most of the veggies. Actually, I more than doubled the carrot. This carrot's good. I'm a little worried about how much oil there is. Yep, it is. It is angry on the bottom. Let me throw a little more oil in. No one ever tells you to put enough oil. I'm like, seriously. Like, it's always a lie. It's always a lie as to how much oil you want. Expecting it to be sauteed in the cooker? Yeah. Well, no, okay. So, whatever pot you cook in is what they expect. It's not like it's an instant pot recipe. But whatever pot you cook in is what they expect you to saute it. And of course, this is a tall one. So it's definitely not as good at the job as some other things. But yeah, like I was saying before, I would normally just cook this in a large pot over the stove. But with our current situation, I wouldn't be able to do that unless I bought a burner to go out here. Dear instruction maker, the amount of oil is not one size fits all. Well, no, it's even when I do it the typical way, they usually don't put enough oil. You need to use more oil than you expect in order to cook things evenly, unfortunately. Okay, we're getting to a point where I want to stop, but the instructions tell me to brown it. So I think I'll listen to the instructions. Or I might call it quits a little bit early because that's like how I've always done curry. Not sure yet. What's the dot dot dot? Yeah, it's just, I think a lot of people, they see if you have like instructions for a lot of oil, they're like, oh, this is too much oil, and then they don't buy it. All the steam is coming up. I bet you can't see it, but it's steamy. I think I'm getting pretty close to a point where I'm happy with it. To heck with the instructions. Right, folks? Ram, I thought you said you were going to get going soon. Don't delay. If you must. I'm also not your mother, so... You're eating, okay, I'm very sorry. I just realized I could have been like rude just now. So I hope you didn't mind. Have to leave at 15 after, gotcha. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna look at the instructions. It's gonna be add the water. Okay. Okay, didn't lose too much water there, that's good. I'm gonna try and make sure things are submerged as much as I can before I go get more. Okay. Okay. I appreciate it, Ram. I just don't like when, sometimes people will be like, oh, you must do this and stuff, and I'm like, you're not. Like, first of all, I'm an adult and I can do it myself. Second of all, you're not my parent. Not that I want them to talk to me that way either. So I realized I'm very squishable and appreciate things to help me keep up. Oh, you mean like distractible? Appreciate things to keep up with self-care, time management. It's true. You see, when it comes from that place, I tend to be cool with it. If I say something like, hey, I might forget to do this, please remind me. I tend to forget stuff too. And I'll be all like, I forgot. Okay, I do not cover this at all. Yeah, I don't cover it ever. That's wild. I'm on the correct temperature setting, medium. Smells like veggies. I like that smell. I can stop messing with it, but I kind of want to like keep the spoon in too because it was touching raw chicken. And if that sort of gets heated up along with everything else, then it's all the better. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly clean up the knives just so that way I don't have to do that later and it's not gonna like get all icky. I'll be right back. I am back. Distractible and squishable. I mean squishable in a way if I know a friend is trying to help me. I know... Ah, got it. You let them boss around. I see, I see. Okay. Wow, this is a thing. Oh, I do see the steam happening on the camera. It's okay, it's a webcam. And it's pretty hardy at that. I'll ooch it over ever so slightly, though. So it's not immediately underneath. Yeah, I want it to be... Sorry. I'm turning down the heat. Because it's a little too high, it looks like. Unfortunately, it just has those 3 settings. Of low, medium, and high. It's not like a burner. But I think it'll be fine. Well, I think I will bring out the gnarly boy again, because he is venturing. Hey there, gnarly boy. He's being so patient with me. There he is. There we go. He's a little friend. I'm gonna let him be on the table, though. Oh, buddy. It's okay, I'll help you. He's having trouble because it's so slippery. He's toasting? Not really. That's good. Hello, pointy face sausage. Yeah, that do be him. That do be him. So much smaller. Yeah, this guy is 16 inches. Which is very small for a northern blue-tongue skink. They're normally 17 to 24 inches. Are you gonna poop? Please don't poop. Okay, I'll get you a little present to make you feel better. Does that sound good? No, don't do that. I know, I'm sorry, friend. It's okay. It's okay. Here. Here. This is not a good table for you, apparently. He loves banana. He's struggling with that banana, though. Good job, buddy. You did it. You're amazing. I'll give you one more small piece of banana, okay? And then you go back into your house. It's right there. Right in front of you. Yeah, right there. Go get it. You can do it. Good job, buddy. He got Nanner. You did it. Timer's ended. Must leave for work. Well, Narlin's going back as well. Yeah, good job, Narlin. And I hope you have a very smooth time at work. I'm gonna put this baby back. He says goodbye. I know you're a little spooked right now. I'm sorry, baby. I'll work on making a better surface for you to climb on. Alright, I'm gonna wash my hands and have the rest of this banana. Yeah, he's such a good friend. Okay, I'm gonna look at what the next steps are. Okay, I'm gonna increase the time. I'm gonna mute myself for that. Alright. I am gonna get rid of that nanner soon. Nanner peel. But for now, time to break this up and let it dissolve. Did I done goof? I might have done goof. Hold on. Water. No, I did not goof. Okay, excellent. I double checked that I did the correct amount of water and I didn't, like, add too much water. Okay, now we just want this to dissolve. Yay! Woo! Dissolving! Yay! Okay, I think I'll bring it closer to me now. So that way I can monitor it. That's better. I can put the curry over there. That way folks know what I'm making. I'm ridiculously excited for curry. I've never had overcooked curry, but I have to imagine it's not bad. W2 arrived. Nice! I need to keep an eye out for those from last year, technically. Because technically I worked for a little bit last year. Oh, oh, I'm so excited. I love curry. Curry is like, curry my beloved. And I think this is still on low. I guess it doesn't really do low, does it? Hopefully that's not a problem. Nope. I think generally speaking it'll be fine. And if it's not as we prefer, well, at the very least we know not to stream making curry, right? If I do want to stream making curry or something else that requires more... Well, shoot, if I can't make curry on stream, I don't know what I can make on stream, other than, like... No, I can't even make jellies on stream. I think I would have to get like a gas burner, like for camping, or I would have to get like a small countertop induction, not oven, burner, essentially. Cookies? I guess I could make cookies. I suppose there's that. I could bake. But the process of putting it into the oven is not all that exciting. That is true. All right. I'm going to hold for a moment. I'm going to mute myself so that way I can increase the time. All right. And then, like, when I'm 2 minutes away, I'm gonna want to test some of the food and see if it's cooking through. Countertop burner, 100% worth, by the way. You have one? Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been considering it specifically because not just for stream, but also because the electric burners we have, they're not very responsive. Like, it takes time for it to change the temperature. It's an IKEA one. Oh, very cool. I'll have to look more into that. My partner probably is going to want to, like, do research on it at some point if I ask him. Oh, speaking of, it's nearly my partner and my anniversary. It'll be 11 years together. Yeah. I won't say exact dates because I don't think we want to like give exact dates for things, but it's very soon. That's awesome. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Also, I hope you're doing well, Darthor. If you were lurking, you can continue to lurk. It's all good. We're so close. It's looking like curry. It needs to reduce a bit more, but it's getting there. Makes me happy. This was quite the experience doing stream in my living room. It's not something I'm used to. Just tuned in after making your own masterpiece meal, chicken nuggies. Chicken nuggets, those sound amazing right now. Honestly, because I've been working on this for an unreasonable amount of time. How long have I been streaming? What was it? Uptime? 2 hours and 42 minutes. Yep, it should not take that long to make curry. This is distinctly a very easy thing to do, but everything is slower with streaming. But it beats not doing it, because I might have just gone, I want to try to do this, like yesterday, I might have just gone like, okay, I'm going to make curry. And then if I didn't have that motivation of telling people, hey, I'm going to make curry, or like, oh, I'm going to stream curry, then I might have just gone, no, I'm tired. I don't want to. So it's nice that I have this motivation. Okay, I'm gonna grab a fork. A tasting fork. Let's find a hunkin' piece. This is a pretty hunkin' piece. Okay, good start. It seems like it went in easy. I'm gonna let it cool and actually try it. Waiting. I feel that. I sometimes just put off making real food. But it's almost always worth it once I eat it. It's true. It's very true. And also, my partner, he's been pretty tired lately with work. So it's nice to be able to do something to help him out. Because he generally does the cooking. Because well, luckily I figured out how to— oh goodness, sorry, hold on. Sorry about that. So now I figured out a way to do it seated. We were sort of worried about me cooking because I can get really tired randomly, especially if I stand and do stuff. But I was pretty good. I only got a little dizzy throughout, so I think I could cook this way from time to time, which is awesome. Let's see, punched in. Boy, Ram! Take care of them animals. Okay, I taste it. It's like practically ready. Share pics of completed food. Oh, definitely. When we have it for dinner, I'll be sure to take pictures. That's the funny thing, is it's going to wait for a few hours, but curry's a good food for that. It wants to wait. But yeah, so I'm gonna mute myself and turn it back on for a little bit longer. It's like getting to temperature, and I don't want it to beep again on stream because it's loud. So I'm just waiting until it beeps. This one certainly does, because it's the Instant Pot. It's the one annoying thing about it. It beeps over anything. I have no idea why it's taking so long to get to temperature. It was literally just on. I'm a little frustrated. How dare it? Ah yes, I do have a friend with hands. That's Eleanor. Say hi, Eleanor. Yeah, Eleanor saying hi. We are psychically linked. She acts as my hands, for I only have wingles. Yeah, it would be so difficult. Such high difficulty. Honestly, I would probably swap over to using my talons to cook. But you know, they be on the floor. Sometimes I could wash them, but I'd be like constantly washing them because I have to stand on them too. And then like I'm not so great at balancing on one foot either. So it's just better to use my psychic link with her. She's cool with it. Yeah, exactly. You liked that. We're goofy goobers around here, as it were. Let's see. I could show off some stuff that I've made, I suppose. The timing of the thumbs up was perfect. Thanks. Okay, I'm maybe because this thing still hasn't reached temperature allegedly. I'm gonna mute myself and I will find some things to like show off or something. All right. We might just have a jump scare because it's still not telling me it's getting to temperature. So I'm going to show you something I crocheted. Crochet is something that a lot of people mistake for knitting, but it's just you use different hooks, you use different it's a completely different style of fiber arts. And here's my little guy. I made a Kirby pin cushion. And the whole concept was he was a what's it called? A cactus. So I have these little pins. What was inside? I'm like, thank you, Kirby. So he's my little dude. My partner absolutely adores Kirby. It's not even me who adores Kirby. I think he's a very cute design. But it's I didn't grow up with him, actually. I always get confused with cross stitch somehow. Do you know what cross stitch is? It's a type of embroidery. So essentially you would get here, leave the little boxes on here. So you have embroidery thread on a canvas that has holes in certain increments. So it looks like a grid of fabric where you have clearly delineated locations that you put your little needle through. And so you like make little X's with them. Yeah, I got them confused in front of a friend who cross stitches. And she set me straight. Oh, it's probably just the cur. I get you. It's all good. But for sure, it's there's a lot of things out there. I'm not even too mad when people say, ah, look at what they knitted. I'm like, no, it's crochet. But more people know about crochet more people know about knitting than crochet. So it's all good. So there's my little Kerbo. Oh. Should we continue the Kerbo train? Because my partner really likes Kirby. So I made one other Kirby. This is, what's it called? Needle felting. The rest of my stuff is needle felt. So what I did, hold on, there we go. What I did was I took loose wool fiber, like it's just a fluff. Like, think the kind of stuff that you would pull out of a like stuffed animal. It's just really loose fibers, but it's wool. And you take a specialized needle that has barbs on it, and you stab it into shape, and eventually it knots up so much that it becomes a solid object. It's firm. I'm squeezing it right now. I made it really dense. And that's my Kirby. This is a slime from Dragon Quest. My partner loves Dragon Quest. I make a lot of things for my partner. Same method. It's real felted together. It's a firm object. It could be a hat. And my last one is something I made for myself, but I haven't finished yet. It's a bunny, but it's supposed to be a takoyaki. Little drizzle on the head. And a little bunny tail. I still need to add like little details like the like bits of seaweed and maybe a drizzle of mayo. Or no. Yeah. A mayo drizzle. Maybe. And I don't know how I do bonito for these. But yeah, I like this little guy. Very cute. And that's what I brought over, because most of my other artsy-fartsy stuff is packed away. They're also cute. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. You're so sweet. I guess this just never reaches temperature. Developing a skin. Ew, nasty. I had heard of felting, but never really knew what it was. So there's a couple of ways to do felting. It's really interesting. I could bring over some of my supplies. So I like to felt directly onto piece of wool, because then it doesn't dull my needles over time as much. So this is my little needle. It has barbs on it. You might be able to see like little sparkly spots or spots that are darker on it. That's because it has little barbs. So it's a little painful if you stab yourself with it. And what you do is you take your needle and your loose wool and you start stabbing it into shape. This is one type of felting through like physical agitation. Called needle felting. But if you want to like felt a garment or something like that, like you either knit or crochet something oversized for yourself and it's made of a wool that can shrink and be felted, because not all wool, some wool is processed so it prevents that. Then you would take it and put it in like soapy water and scrub it a bunch, and it will become like a piece of felt, like at the craft store. Kind of like this surface where it's just like a consistent solid fiber without holes in it. So it really depends on like what kind of felting, but it all involves like wool or alpaca or something like that. Usually one of those two. I want to see if I have any green in here to add the little pieces of seedweed. Never knew you could make cute little guys by stabbing. Yeah, it's fun. Here, I could start making something. I don't know what I would make. But let's see, I could try to make, I don't know, a cat? But it's not really going to look like a cat. I'm probably not going to do it long enough to make a cat. So it comes in like loose fiber like this. You have to pull it apart. You don't want to cut it because it'll ruin the fiber length. And if the fibers are short, it doesn't like get tangled as effectively because the fibers are too short to get tangled together. And then you make it into like something tight, roughly the shape that you want. And then you grab your felting needle, start stabbing. And just make sure not to stab yourself. It's rough. There are thimbles, but I don't really like them. You see it's like shrinking. Right now it's still very much loose, but now it's keeping its shape a little bit more because I've gone through one section and like pushed in the fibers into each other. And it'll continue to shrink because I'm just making it more and more compact over time. It'll work even better if I try to keep it tight as I'm. Let's see, needle felting actually originated in Japan. It's a Japanese craft that when they were introduced wool, they figured out this property of it and they turned it into a form of art. I think Europeans had been making felted clothing for a long time, or like blankets and stuff, because it makes like a really nice warm garment. But it became really popular in Japan to make, ooh, see, I just stabbed myself. It became really popular to make little characters like Totoro and stuff like that. There's a lot of sets, little kits in Japan for making like Studio Ghibli characters, for example. Really cute. Or a little kitty. In Europe it caught on The United States, it's harder to find materials, and I'm in the United States. But there's some people in the US who do needle felting. There's a couple of online stores that sell the supplies, but like if I go to a fibercraft store, generally speaking, I'm not gonna find any like loose wool roving. And see, look, it's starting to vaguely be it's still like very loose, but now it's never going to be like it was before. It's a very long process, though. Like, it takes forever just to create whatever base you want. So this is what I call core wool. It felts faster than other wool. And it's cheaper because it's not colored. And it's like a, quote, lower quality. But for the sake of making the center of your creation, like the center of this is white too, just like this. It's just, you're saving money by creating a base first to work off of. It's gone from cooking to arts and crafts. But I guess we're just killing time while the food is still cooking. But yeah, I feel like if someone wanted to pick up a hobby that wasn't terribly expensive and like won't take up too much space, I think needle felting is a fantastic option. All you really need is a surface to stab onto. I have this Wool Buddy, which is one of the more expensive options because it's made entirely of wool. But you can also use like a really loose sponge, like the kind of sponge you would use, the giant orange sponge you would use to clean a car. You could use that underneath it. Just something to make sure that you don't go all the way through to your table. You could really snap. You can snap your needle that way. I guess I'm probably not making a cat today. I'm just making a ball. Slowly but surely, it turns into a thing. If people are interested in seeing needle felting in the future, I would be down to continue this at some point. But yeah, it's neat. It's real cool. You just keep stabbing, just keep stabbing. Let me check out my finger. Yeah, I got a little needle prick into it. But it is not actively bleeding, so that's good. But I'll clean it up when I finish to make sure it doesn't get infected. I did break the skin. And all that good stuff. Oh, I guess it's not good stuff. How dare. Oof. It's all good. It's not that big a deal. I don't know. A lot of people say, oh, it hurts so much because it's a barbed needle. But I'm like, you just get like the very tip of it, which the very end of it is not barbed. Also, the science of it is real cool. I love nerding out about arts and crafts and stuff. So the reason why this works with wool and some other fibers like alpaca wool, so it's all various types of wool, but there's these, so the strands of wool, it's kind of like human hair, where along the strand there's like little protrusions. So even more so than human hair, it's very frictiony. It has a lot of little barbs on it and whatnot. It's like on the wool itself. So as you use this also barbed needle, you're pushing the fibers together and forcing them to knot up and intertwine until it becomes something firm and solid. I've heard of people using dog fur for needle felting, but it's not nearly as good a material. But people have like taken Samoyed fur and made a mini Samoyed out of it. It's just going to be harder to work with. And you want, like, it wants to be long fibers, like I was talking about before. It's just generally trickier when you use something that's not intended. But it's neat that it's possible. Gosh, it's been a while since I've needle felted. I'd really like to continue to do so. I'd love to make a little pack of like takoyaki animals and put them in like a little takoyaki boat as if they're being served. I think that'd be real cute. All right, I'm going to check on the food. This is a cooking stream after all. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm going to turn it off because I suspect it's done. All right. Pretty frictiony on the bottom now, unfortunately. I probably should have done more stirring, but I got lost in the sauce of art. All right, I'm gonna pull out this little guy. Oh dear. Okay. Oh yeah, that's done. I don't even need to try it. Well, at the very least, it's going to be delicious. It's going to be delicious. I want to try it. Ow. That is a potato. I'm gonna try a carrot. Just to make sure it's actually a carrot. Are you in fact a carrot? Oh gosh. I was a fool. I cooked it for a little long, but that's the thing. Cooking it a little too long, not too bad. Oh yeah, that carrot is still fine. Cool, it's not completely mushy. Alright. What exactly is a curry? Don't think I've ever had it. So every country's curry is a little bit different. The two curries I think of the most are Indian curry and Japanese curry. So what all curry has in common is it has a good amount of spice and it's a stewed dish. So it's very wet and it's easy to make for the most part. Japanese curry. So a lot of these box curries that you see in the market, like Vermont curry, golden curry, Java curry, all that stuff, those are all Japanese curries. Japanese curry tends to be less, it's still spiced, but less spicy. So it's not very hot in terms of like peppers and stuff. But Japanese curry is a little bit sweeter than other curries. So think of it as a stewed dish that uses like a roe. A roe is like something that thickens a sauce. So it's a thick sauce, usually. There are some very loose curries, but I'll get into that. Most curries I think of when I hear curry, it's a thick sauce that that you stew vegetables and meat into. And usually it's served with rice. Indian curry tends to be spicier, as in like hotter. And they have a greater variety. Like it might be less wet. In fact, usually it is less wet. And it might have like lentils or like beans. Yeah, like lentils and beans with it. Or it might be just a chicken dish. So they have like a lot greater variety of curries in India. And then there's I think it's Taiwanese, or is it Thai? I'm not sure, but there's coconut curries out there that are looser. Let me look it up. Like Southeast Asian curry tends to be coconut, just in general. So it's looser. It actually has a strong coconutty flavor to it, and it also tends to be a bit on the spicier side. So the answer is there's a lot of curries. But I think most people, when they say, oh, let's get some curry, I think they're generally talking about Japanese curry. That tends to be thick, but still saucy. And it usually has a meat, carrot, and potato, at the very least. Served with rice. My curry right now also has onion. Yeah. No worries. And yeah, whenever I say, I really want some curry, I generally mean Japanese curry. I've never made any other curry. Japanese curry is really easy because the sauce comes in a little box like this. And I used one out of 2. This is used up. Made a good amount of stuff. And what's nice about using half of it is we could decide to make it different next time. Like I could use tofu instead of chicken or something like that. Love it. Delicious. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with it though. If I'm just going to let it cool to a point and then put it in the fridge until my partner gets home, because he doesn't get home for another couple hours. I think my main confusion was because there's so much variety. Yeah, it's definitely tricky. Yeah, really boils down to the what's it called? Stewed in a spiced sauce is like one of the biggest commonalities. And there's probably some spices that generally overlap, but I'm not necessarily sure what spices those are. Let's see. Honestly, I'm probably going to wrap up soon because I only planned for the curry. I'm just sort of willy-nilly messing around with this bit of wool over here. I'm not exactly sure what I want to make out of it. I could do that kitty cat idea, but it doesn't have to be. Maybe at some point I'll ask folks what animal they want to be added to the takoyaki set. Thanks for streaming. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I love people being able to like learn about various cultures, all that sort of stuff. It's a fun thing. Let's see. I'll take a look at who is streaming. Thank you so much for hanging out. I do really appreciate it. It was fun. Who is hanging out? Oh, Susie is doing stuff. But let's see who else is out there, because I like introducing people to new peoples. The folks to new folks. Let's see. It looks like it's mostly really popular people right now on my list. Susie's cozy. And honestly, I'm probably just gonna watch Susie after this stream. Oh, she's a sweetheart. For anyone who doesn't know, Susie is a fluffy, silky chicken. Blah. Let me try that again. Susie the Silky is a fluffy, silky chicken who has fluffy, silky chickens. And she is an art streamer who occasionally plays games. Like she is right now. That's her username in case we get lost. And we'll start rating her. Susie really helped me get started with streaming by motivating me. I primarily watched her channel when I was making my 3D model, to be honest. Not that she knows anything about making 3D models, it's just, it was the co-working, really. Delightful. Yeah, Susie! We're going to go... The curry is delicious! I will take pictures and add it to the Discord. For anyone who is not part of the Discord, I will share the link. Oh no, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. He's dummy. Yeah. I hope you have a fantastic evening. Yeah, now that the food is done, I'm not sure what else to do, to be quite frank. Raid message. Ah! stream.